Something a little strange right here. You have Sarro's having the height advantage, but Burns having the reach advantage. A little different, but I mean, Burns doesn't even utilize that reach advantage. He wants to get inside. He wants to be the heavy puncher. He wants to throw heavy shots. Chris Sarro throws heavy shots too, but he does it more from the outside. One fact you see, their age seems to be 10 years. Like I said, Josh Burns is a little bit older. However, with heavyweights, that's usually not as big of a factor. They don't slow down as much. The power is the last thing they go, and that's usually always there for the heavyweights.
All right, gentlemen, toes on the line, toes on the line.
Sarro said, I can't be emotional, but he was talking to Burns while Jeff Houston was reading the introductions. Round number 1.
Man,
black trunks with gold trim for Chris Sarro, solid black trunks for Josh Burns.
He was talking the whole time, even in the weigh-ins, he was in his face the whole time. Just, you can tell these guys do not like each other. Makes it very exciting.
Big right hand, you saw Burns pawing at his right eye. Tight on the clinch. Burns complaining to Murgliata, he was poked in the eye. We fight on. Murgliata ruling that as a legal punch, but just telling Sarro, close your hand.
Good left hook landed right there.
This is exactly where Sarro said, I do not want to be with my back against the ropes. Burns on the inside.
No strikes, back it off.
Now,
I'll push
one thing, Burns isn't used to being able to punch in the clinch. You know, he's fought all those fights over in England, different rules, so he needs to learn. You know, he can still throw punches on the inside right there. He doesn't want to lock the hands. He's using a wrestling stance right there.
Good counter right hand from Josh Burns. Right hand, then the left. Straight left hand from Burns. That backs off Sarro.
And every time Burns has landed a punch on Sarro's feels it. You can tell.
Buckle up.
Very traditional boxing stance for Sarro, coming forward, center of the ring.
You can hear Mark the Hammer Coleman in the corner right now of Josh Burns. We didn't get to talk about that yet.
Clinch initiated by Chris Sarro. See the patience of Dan Murgliata. This is an active clinch, both fighters throwing. The hands not together for Burns.
Back it off.
Now the inactivity.
Back it off. Come on, let's go. Ready?
Quick restart from Murgliata, who's keeping this heavyweight fight flowing. 30 seconds remaining, round number 1.
When Burns gets off first, he does much better. He needs to make, oh, see, look at that, just a little jab right there.
There is the great Mark the Hammer Coleman, UFC Hall of Famer, in the corner of Josh Burns.
I gotta be honest with you, up till that point right there, I haven't seen Burns do very well from the clinch. Soros, that's where he's done well.
Final seconds, round number 1. Back to the center of the ring. Leaping left hook from Chris Sarro, misses the mark. Next stop, round 2.
Wow, interesting round right there.
Big exhale from Chris Sarro as he steps up to scratch. Round 2. Tripling up the jab is Josh Burns. Big right hand, and down goes Chris Sarro. And you see the taunting. Down goes Josh Burns from Murgliata.
That might have been a big mistake right there.
That is it. Game, set, match, Josh Burns. And the taunting continues.
Wow. One big punch, that's all it took. One big punch was all it took, especially with the heavyweight. And you can tell Burns is still fired up. Look at him. Continues the taunting. You know, he didn't really say much before the fight was happening. Every time when they were doing the weigh-ins, Soros was talking and Burns was going, oh, okay, yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see what happens tomorrow. And he's been bottling that up, and he's been waiting for it, and he's letting it out right now.
We told you about the phenomenal power of Josh Burns, who early in his career trained under Emmanuel Stewart at the famed Kronk Gym in Detroit. That's a Kronk-style finish.
Just a nice little 2 that hit him right on the chin.
Look how strong Murgliata is.
Yeah, I mean, and Burns is a huge guy. He's about 270 pounds right now. Like, when he hit him right there, not too many people are going to take that punch. But as he gets over him, he's not hitting him at least. He just wants to get over him and talk to him. And look at Murgliata, just tosses him off easily. Bam, hit him right on the button. That's all it takes.
Gorgeous right hand to finish this fight for Josh Burns. 10 pro bare knuckle bouts in the United Kingdom. His BKFC and US debut gets the win with emphasis.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Big Dan Murgliata, steps in and calls a stop to the fight at 19 seconds into round number 2 for your winner by KO, Josh the Hammer Burns.